What's up everybody? JC and Rich with Stoner Car Care. If you couldn't tell already, it's that time of year, we're between snows and there is salt, road salt all over our vehicles. What's the best way to remove that from your vehicle?
Stick along with us while we cover that.
So in addition to just having dirt and those negative effects in your car during the winter, the big risk here is salt and corrosion. If you're super curious about the science of corrosion in your car and how it affects your vehicle, be sure to check our video. Skylar will put it in the description below. But quickly, the salt on the surface of the vehicle during the winter, the heat cycles, the moisture from the snow and the ice buildup, that makes your the metal on your vehicle basically an electrochemical reaction. It's going to accelerate corrosion and degrade your vehicle very, very quickly. So we want to make sure we're taking care of that salt, eliminating that risk of corrosion to your vehicle. Rich, how are we going to tackle it with chemistry?
Let's start off first. Let's get the big heavy stuff off. We're going to just do a pre-rinse, and then we'll jump into doing a pre-treat with a chemical to try and break down some of that dirt and grime, so that way when we go to our contact wash, we're not scratching the paint or taking any unnecessary risks.
So thank you, Rich, for doing the quick rinse. But what we can see here on the lower end of the vehicle, where the salt is still kind of sticking. So even after that initial rinse, you can see this line where the salt is really bonded to the surface of the vehicle. And you can also see that the water is wetting out very efficiently there. The winter risk here with heat cycling, with the ice, with the snow, with the salt, is those areas of the vehicle, and just imagine all the stuff under the vehicle staying wet, having that salt solution on there. That's why corrosion happens so much faster, especially when it gets warmer. Fun fact, if your car looks like this, and for us in the Northeast, it hasn't been above 20 degrees in about a week, even at daytime high, it would be, for corrosion at least, it would be better for your vehicle to stay outside in the cold than for you to keep taking it in and out of your garage if you have a heated garage. Because when you have this situation and then you put it into a nice 70 degree, 50 degree, 60 degree garage, corrosion is going to take off way faster than if it's cold basically in the refrigerator. So put a clean car in the garage. If it's dirty like this and you know you're going to have salt and snow on it, keep it cold. Yes, it sucks when you put your butt on a ice cold seat, but if you're worried about corrosion, that is actually better.
So now we got a little bit of a high pH solution here. It's just all-purpose cleaner mixed with water. We're going to go through, pre-treat the heaviest of the contaminated areas. It's going to allow that salt and dirt, debris and stuff to start to break down. That way we can remove it off again with another rinse before we end up doing a contact wash. Because while this isn't terrible, this black paint, you start rubbing this dirt around too much, you're going to just end up having marring marks all through the paint, and we're trying to reduce that the best we can.
I think the other benefit to call out there, Rich, is if you're using a high pH rinse in this situation where you're worried about corrosion, any residue left that if we would happen to miss or if it's in the undercarriage, that's going to basically prevent corrosion from happening by having that high pH buffer there.
All right, you don't have to get too close up to this vehicle to see that even after a high pH wash, just touchless, it's still not perfectly clean. I don't want to touch it because it's going to mar the paint, but there's still plenty of soiling on the surface of this vehicle. So now we've removed as much as we can with chemicals. We're going to go back into it with a contact wash and get this vehicle perfectly cleaned up.
So final details, rinsed all the contact wash, residue off, car's looking great. If you have one of these attachments, especially for winter, this undercarriage attachment, They are a great tool to save your back and actually get you access underneath the carriage of the vehicle. If you don't have it, go to a contactless wash, a touchless wash, and get the premium one that has the undercarriage rinse. That's really gonna help you keep your components, the metal components on your car, from that salt buildup and try to get some of that, surface gunk off of your vehicle.
So we got the contact wash all finished up, got the vehicle dry. You see we got nice, clean, fresh black paint here now. But when we did the high pH pre-treat step, we took off any kind of waxes or sealants that were going to be on this vehicle. So now we have no protection on this because this doesn't have any kind of ceramic coating on it. So now we're going to put protection back onto the vehicle with speed bead. Somebody's going to spray it on, wipe it off, and it's going to add protection back onto that vehicle. And next time you go to wash this vehicle, that speed bead will serve as like a sacrificial layer. So any of that salt and stuff is going to tear up the speed bead, not your painted surface. All right, that's all there is to it for cleaning up a salty vehicle. If you're looking to do something similar to this and you're trying to use some premium detailed products but save some money while doing it, sign up for the email list down below in the description.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.